start then. I forgot what I'm making. Sorry. I've got to remember to laugh quietly, haven't I?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Hi everyone. I'm feeling very, very festive, hence the Christmas tree in the kitchen.
Candy canes and silver lanes that glow.
Today, or tonight rather, I'm going to make a really, really simple dish. I promise it is simple. You can make it even more simple if you want. I'll tell you how along the way. It's chicken wrapped in Parma ham, carrots, potatoes, garlic and onion roasted with a little bit of chorizo chopped up in there, and some asparagus with a cheese sauce on the top. Perfect if you don't want to do like a full roast dinner and you want something a bit quicker, and it's a little bit more elegant than a roasty, I think. Right, so to start with, we're going to, well, I've got 3 red onions. I'm doing enough to feed 4 people, I'd say, quite happily. Now, chop your onions quite small for this. It doesn't have to be little tiny diced bits, but...
It's the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
There's no easy way to stop your eyes from crying when you're cutting onions other than to chop them up as fast as you can and put the scraps into the bin quickly. I've got a fairly large pan so that I can spread everything out so that it cooks nicely in the oven. Oh, I'm glad they're done. Right, anybody that saw my lasagna video will remember how to do the garlic. Chop the end, the bit that's like the rooty end of it. Chop that first with the knife, hold it, and then pull up. Then you can just peel off the rest of the skin.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Turn it off. Right, so now I've peeled all of the garlics and I'm just going to pop them into the pan. So that's a whole bulb of garlic. Now, turn your oven on to 180 degrees, roughly. It's fine, nothing too hot, because you don't want the potatoes and well, it's really the onions actually that will catch quite quickly. So we do it at a reasonably low heat. I've bought bunched carrots because they taste nicer. They seem to be sweeter. Now with carrots, you're not really supposed to peel them. I know people do, it's up to you, but I would just wash them and then just top and tail them. That's it. Otherwise, all the nutrients come out. He's a big one. Right, so for this, we're going to have them, well, not too thin. Otherwise, they'll cook too quickly and start to burn. So, a fair size chop. I thought that was going to go on the floor. I was just waiting for it to go plop. You always get a few strays. Get back on. Right, so that's the carrots, the onions and the garlic in the tray. Now for the potatoes. So what you want to do is cut the potatoes roughly the same kind of size as the carrots, but we're going to do these in squares. So if you can see that, smallish chunks, not too big, not too small. You need them to cook in the oven roughly about the same time as those carrots are going to cook, so you need to keep them about the same size. These are Charlotte potatoes that I'm using, but you can use any, and you can peel them as well if you want to. I like to keep skins on things because it's where all of the what is it that's in the skins? Fibre. Right, the chorizo. So with the chorizo, I've peeled the skin off it. That's up to you again, but I just tend to. Now chop it in half lengthways. And then just go along and chop it into smaller pieces and add it to the pan. Right, that's everything in there ready to go apart from seasoning and olive oil. So I'm going to add that now. Mix it all up so everything's all mixed in well together. And then we're going to add the olive oil. I'm not going to add all that, don't worry. You want a fair amount though. You want to cover the vegetables nicely, all of it, with oil. And I'm going to put, which it's a bit odd, but Italian style herb blend. It's basically mixed herbs and some other bits and bobs in there. Bit of a lover of this. And some mild chilli powder. It is mild. And salt. Just filled my salt grinder up. Bit stiff. And mix. Now it's not swimming in oil in here, it's just enough to coat everything. Okay, so there we are. We've got onions, garlic, carrots, potatoes, olive oil, salt, Italian mixed herb blend and some mild chilli powder. And now we're going to pop it into our oven that's been heating up. Now there's no real time on that, you're just going to have to check it because it depends how much you've made. But do check it about every 15 minutes, give it a little stir and a toss, just to make sure the onions aren't catching, because they will catch and they'll caramelise and then they'll burn. So you'll be in trouble then if they do that. So you do need to keep an eye on it and you do need to keep checking it. Right, next, chicken wrapped in Parma ham. This is so easy, it's ridiculous. And you simply get your Parma ham. Try not to break the slices. They could have put them plastic sheets in between, couldn't they? Just place it over your chicken. You don't need any oil in here with this. You need nothing. You don't need any herbs and spices unless you really want to put it in there. That's completely up to you. But the flavours of the chicken and the Parma ham will be enough in here, and we have plenty of other flavours elsewhere going on. Oh, we've got a spare one. You can't have it, it's mine. Chef's prerogative and all that. To stop the chicken from drying out, simple, tin foil. Have I got any? Oh yeah. That would be so funny. That is going to keep all of the chicken's juices inside and keep it really lovely and moist. And there'll be a lot of juice in the pan afterwards as well, which we can add to our cheese sauce if you want to, or just pour it over the top of the chicken once you've dished it up. Okay, into the oven it goes. Right, now hopefully they should be finished cooking roughly about the same time. The carrots and the potatoes take probably around 40 minutes, maybe less, depends on your oven. You can turn up the temperature, but just keep an eye it doesn't burn if you want to cook it more quickly. Right, now we're going to make the cheese white wine sauce. So, big knob of butter into a pan, 2 little tiny shallot onions. You don't need too much onion in this. I've chopped these shallots quite small. Now just let them simmer down until they've softened slightly. We're going to add some white wine. Now I've chosen Pinot Grigio, crisp and delicate, only because I've used it before and it worked. But do check it's all right before you put it in the pan. Actually, hold on a sec. Yeah, it's all right. Right, depends how much. Well, it depends how much wine tasting you like in your sauce. I guess that'll probably be alright. So I've used about just under a quarter of the bottle. Now you have to let the alcohol burn off. Not burn, but you know. You have to let it simmer until it comes out basically in the steam. What's that called when the steam comes out? No, not condensing. Evaporates. You have to wait till the alcohol's evaporated off. To that as well, I'm going to add half a chicken stock cube. I've mixed it up with half a cup of boiling water. I'm I'm going to put that in as well. Right, so while that's cooking, evaporating, we're going to check the potatoes and carrots. Oh, God, they smell good. So what you want to do is just give them a toss. Oh, they're cooking beautifully. I'm probably going to turn the oven down slightly. That's why you have to keep an eye, because these little bits of onion, they will catch and burn if you're not careful. The chicken will be fine. You don't have to do anything to it because it's in its own little parcel. I'm going to turn that down to 170. Okay, now we're going to... What are we doing? We're oh, that's what we're not doing too much. We're going to... No, you can't do it. We'll end up like that guy. What's that chef called? That guy that always gets pissed on camera. We're now going to pan-sear the asparagus, which I've never done before, just being completely honest, but I've looked it up on Google and it's simple. Asparagus. Oh no, there. Asparagus. See, the water all fall off the plate. I have washed them. You just take the bottoms off. Ooh, we've got a cast iron pan. If you've got a skillet or anything, like one of those that's heavy like that, but it's got the lines across it, it's called a skillet. That will do. So you put olive oil in there, salt and pepper. Oh, my pepper grinder's well stiff. Now we're going to pop the pan's nice and hot. So we're going to pop our asparagus in, and then we're going to put a lid on the top. Put it down. These are going to be well seared asparagus. I think I'm ready for the cream, so I'm now going to add some double cream.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Right, so now I'm going to add Parmesan cheese.
Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
And then once this is in, just leave it on a really low heat, simmering.
Feliz Navidad.
Right, I'm going to turn my asparagus now.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año
It smells good.
felicidad.
Yeah, first time.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Go Nat.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you.
Right, my sauce I didn't want to leave boiling too long, so I've turned it off and left it for now. And the asparagus has finished cooking, so I've just turned it off and left the lid on it. The potatoes and carrots were done, so I've taken them out and just put tin foil over the top, and I'm just waiting for my chicken. When you check your chicken, just take it out and just cut through the largest breast. You always have a large breast, and just check if it's done in the middle. Now, I forgot to tell you the cheat for the cheese sauce. If you don't want to do the white wine cheese sauce, then you can buy pots of 4 cheese sauce in the supermarket. So just buy that and just heat it through. Job done. Simple. Okay, and now we're ready to dish. I've just put my cheese sauce back on just to warm through. Chicken out. Smells great in here. Okay, now to dish. So, chicken breast. There is a lot of juice in the bottom of this, so just spoon it over the chicken. Carrots, potatoes, onion, garlic, roasted. It's gorgeous. Smells amazing. And the asparagus. First time. Lovely. A bit of green on the plate. some cheese sauce. And there we are. Chicken wrapped in Parma ham, asparagus, roasted carrots, potatoes, onions and garlic, and a white wine cheese sauce. Yum. Now to toast. All done. Happy cooking.